Okay. Here's to hoping and testing this is functional. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know how low my volume needs to be. That's probably fine though. Cool. Mm. All right. Might as well get started. Wowee, nothing blew up. That's so exciting. At least not yet. Maybe I shouldn't jinx it a whole lot. But oh my gosh. Hello, soups. Welcome in. I hope my volume isn't too loud. Also, that you can't hear super obnoxious fans in the background as I try to circulate air in my apartment. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Sounds good. Hell yeah. Thanks for rocking up. I appreciate it. Oh boy. Now it's actually the thing of drawing. Okay. That should be fun though. Ugh, I had ideas. Now they've all fled my mind. Huh, maybe I'll just start doing one around. I mean, I definitely should have done a warm up, but this is fine. Oh, Procreate betrays me. Oh, that's way too small. Maybe I just need to zoom in. Oh wait, I forgot to do the little what is it? I guess it's fine because I'm not really a little navigator thing. Let me see. Oh, why is it horizontal? Don't do that. I need it to be a different direction. Hmm. Nope. Okay, that's wild. I wonder if it's just not loading in properly. I really hope the Procreate the interface doesn't make folks motion sick because I do think I will be flitting in and out of things. Why on earth is it doing horizontal? Well, let me see. What if I do it a different way? Okay, it switched sides. So just reading it is at an angle? I'm living the weirdest life trying to get that to be normal, so how? What's wrong? Procreate, tell me. No. Oh, that's a bummer. I thought maybe I could get it to force itself. No, it doesn't want to flip around. Ooh, what a bummer. I think the only other thing I'm really bummed about for the stream is that people kind of have to bring their own music because I'm too afraid to go toe to toe with Twitch trying to play like something quiet in the background. I'm still so bummed that this is I don't know why it's turning up vertical. I tested it yesterday and it was working fine at the horizontal angle. That's really funny. Maybe I'll just reset Procreate very quickly because that's lame. And I was kind of hoping it would work. Okay. No, it's still vertical. It's too late. Oh, what a bummer. Oh, dang, I guess people just have to watch me zoom in and maybe get a little motion sick. Or maybe it's because I haven't put anything on the page. Let me do my silly little circles of face. Essence of face. Nope. Ah, screw it. It's fine. I'll see if I can't figure out why that's not behaving the way. I wonder if it's just this canvas. Maybe there's something in here that inherently makes it angry. What about you? Nope, it's still vertical. Huh. Guess that's a problem for a later day. Wild. How is the interface looking for you like when I'm going in and out of that stuff, Soup? Is it like is it super laggy or is it actually managing to sustain bitrate? Oh my gosh. It's not lagging at all? That's insane. I thought there would at least be a little bit of a latency issue. Absolutely buck wild. All right, cool. Well, we don't get the sustained beauty of having a little art HUD that shows a bigger picture, but what is? I can make that work. Glad to hear it's not lagging. Thank you for checking and for being a little pilot person on this. And also just for hanging out. I miss you. Hi. Good to see, well, not really see you, but it's good that you're here. And I'm glad to be talking with you. This is a little too thick. Yeah, I don't know. Chat is the essentially chat. I don't know who to draw now. Oh no. I don't know. When I always get nervous, I default to drawing Cassander usually. Mm, ready to see the boys? Oh my gosh, the boys. Actually, wait, there's nobody else in here, right? I probably could show you other sketchbook pages. Or I guess you kind of saw them yesterday. It's up to you. I can show them again. Always love to see them. Oh man, that means I may be obligated to show the boys. Okay, one sec. Let me get his eyes sussed out just really fast. His face is just smooshed. Adjustments need to be made very quickly. I keep forgetting too that the brush menu when it pops up sometimes, that's my also my craziest thing of having the hotkey controller is it'll pull it up very randomly and then it like I didn't realize how much of a visual discrepancy it causes until just now. Um, oh, where'd my page assist go? Where are you? Uh, this is the one. This was just working on yesterday. Little cutesy sketches. Everything pretty soft. My favorite is this. The boys get to fight, and I appreciate that. Well, I guess that's a he they, but you know. All caps in the chat. Thanks. uh, yeah. I had so much fun this was so much looser. So I'm gonna try and achieve this quality of sketching. Oh, thank you so much. Oh God. Okay, so this is the thing that just happened where the touch sensitivity really gets weird. So it just toss a bunch of new stuff everywhere? Oh, it hit undo like a bajillion times. I love that for me. I'm wearing a glove on my hand. That shouldn't be happening. And also that's still broken. I love that. Okay, well, things be behaving weird, and that's okay. So, okay, it's not a full black. Kind of want to figure. Yeah, I've been really digging using like this Relu 865 mechanical pencil. It's so good. The texture on it and like the fact that it just gives that super nice line work. Oh, delicious. Mwah, chef's kiss. Been loving it. How did you ever used to work on a iPad, Soups, or am I thinking of someone else? You did, never could get the feel. That's fair. It's honestly, I do feel a bit like an insane person trying to do a large scale webcomic in Procreate. But also, I think, appropriately intimidated by Clip Studio Paint to a degree. Or I get really overwhelmed the minute I open the interfaces for it. I sit there and I'm like, why everything here? Why so many options? I do feel like Procreate's kind of like drawing with a baby gate, like digital drawing with the baby gate. Yeah, definitely learning curve. It's nice though. In some ways too. I like that it forces me to keep things pretty simple. Like I'm not getting too caught up in a bunch of other things that I'm so big into digging into technical information that I get so lost in the sauce. So I feel like I'd be like trying to figure out every little thing of what works in Clip Studio Paint and what doesn't, and then immediately being like, oh, I just lost 2 hours of my life doing all of this stuff and not making anything. To be fair, I think I did a little bit of that in Procreate, but now I've got it. Feeling good. Why would he have such a big chin? There we go. I've done my famous maneuver of creating a head and not attaching it to any physical body, and therefore it's gonna be so janky when I do. I'm so impatient. I draw heads so quickly without any thought of consequences of my actions. Also, I'm really bad at leaving characters bald. I gotta give him that hair stat. What have you been up to today, Soups? Just chilling out? Drawing mostly. Are you drawing right now? Ooh, okay, wait. Horror play game playthroughs. What games? Fears to Fathoms. That's not the one where there's like a bunch of people stranded out on an oil rig, right? And there's like cosmic horror kind of going on. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Based on a true story kind of games. Ooh. But are they, do they feel like true stories? Those are that's the genre that throws me the absolute most with horror is when they say it's like based on a true story, and I'm like, so what is the truth, huh? Where did this come from? I need to know exactly. It's because I'm a stickler, though. Oh no, I have to. Okay, got it. I do kind of enjoy it sometimes when it's like, there's no way this could be real kind of a situation. Ooh. Hmm. And your nose a little too small. Oh, thank you so much. I know, if you have a chance, I'd love to see what you're working on, if you're working on anything. If I've missed any Blue Sky posts, let me know. I've been very absent from social media, other than posting today. But I'd love to see what you're working on. The Toad comic. Hell yeah. Feel free to send update pics in Discord. I'd love to see. Or if they're on Blue Sky, let me know. I'll just run over there really quickly. Like the little gargoyle I am, perched on social media buildings, very desperately trying to not be on social media. The struggles of trying to be a creator on social media, but also not getting pulled into ages of doom scrolling. Too much going on right at this moment. Why is his head so goofy looking? I shouldn't say that. That's cruel. He's a beautiful boy. Okay. Now he gets to go and sit over there in the margins. There's something I was thinking of doing earlier. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the perspective right on this, though. Might have to fiddle with it for a bit. Actually, I also want to do maybe, yeah, something a little bit lighter. Laying out the groundwork. Wait, did you do anything big over Labor Day weekend or what have you? Or was it mostly chilling out as well? Just chilling. Hell yeah, man. was honestly kind of surprised where it came up so fast. Where I was sitting there and I was like, oh yeah, everyone is on out on Labor Day. Wow, it's a box. Incredible. Mm. Oh, what about me? Yeah, mostly chilling as well, I think. Thank you for praising my beautiful box. Uh, yeah, just chilling out. Mostly getting all of this stuff ready. I'm really happy with how most of the setup turned out, and it seems like it's running pretty well. I'm genuinely surprised. I thought I would hit. I really shouldn't be jinxing it. I'm asking for the gods to strike me down. Hello. Hello, Linmoths. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hi, hi. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you. How you doing, Linmoths? We were just talking about Labor Day, and if we got up to anything cool, which it's been pretty chill for us. Hmm. Oh, rest days. Heck yes. I love a good series of rest days. Classes. I'm also going back to school here in the last few weeks of September, which I'm a little nervous about, but also excited. Mine are community college classes though, so that'll be interesting. Oh yeah, community college. Hell yeah. It's exciting stuff. I'm really, really hoping I'm not gonna get a bunch of homework. I really want to keep working on art stuff and hopefully still streaming, but we'll see. I'll take it as it comes and go from there. Okay, I've given myself boxes. Let me see if I can't commit some tomfoolery now. Because I'm wanting sort of an abstract setup. Hmm, this could be better. Oh, thanks so much, Soups. Yeah, I hope your classes go very well, Linamoths. I hope they are very chill and not stressful, and that it's a good semester. Hmm, how much more do I want this to be? So I actually want. Hmm. Oh, rough semester. Okay, much better. Hey, excited for you. I really hope it's much better. Sorry to hear that it was rough last time, but new years, new semesters. Hoping it's all good. Oh my god, y'all. I can't draw. Legs sitting on a ledge to save my life. This is a nightmare. What have I done? Hmm, I want something a bit more relaxed. And it's also perspective. No. Hmm, let's lean a bit more forward. Perspective agony indeed. It's truly a nightmare living in it. I'm trying, it's like the posing when you're trying to make something relaxed and it just comes off as stiff as humanly possible. Like you could just use it as a surfboard and it's just pain. I love it. It's great. Also, I have to ask because I'm personally, uh, my apologies. There's no background music because I'm too afraid to fight Twitch on playing any sound in the background of these streams. Um, what people are listening to, if anything, other than me. Because I personally am listening to the Deltarune soundtrack. Obsessed with the sounds that Toby creates. My God, that man's a maniac. But his audio is insane, and I've been really stuck in that original soundtrack for forever. If y'all are listening to anything and have Rex, I would love to hear them. Ooh. Oh my gosh, Lunamoths, thank you so much. Napcast. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Well, now I feel a little silly for having a silent stream. But hey, live and you learn, and I appreciate that. That's amazing. I will definitely take note of that and put those on for the next one. I didn't know. That was one of my biggest things about streaming where I was like, I'm sure it'll be fine if I put on like just some music. And then everyone was like, be so careful right now. And I was like, I'm afraid. A little nervous about what this means. Hmm. Oh God, feet. Mm. That's a very good point. I also truly cannot listen to things with words. Most of the time when I'm working on a lot of art stuff, it's very orchestra or soundtrack. Nothing too classical. I've been listening to like the Delicious and Dungeon orchestral music as well because they've got some really fun stuff. Um, but no, those are great recommendations. Yeah, copyright is insane. I understand it, but it's also just like whoa. I just want some jams, man. I just don't want to be sitting in silence the whole time. Which I'm sorry. For this stream, y'all will have to bring your own music, kind of a thing. Okay, I've decided I can't draw feet. That's okay. I'll move to other things that make me happy. Oh yeah, please do. The yeah, Delicious and Dungeon OST is very cool. Very very big fantasy vibes. Yeah, bring your own music. Exactly. Hmm. How can I crunch this like a soda can and make it look a little bit more interesting? Um, Also making sure that this person has a core. That would be cool. So maybe. Oh, also, Lunamas, what drawing stuff do you tend to lean towards? Is it Clip Studio, Photoshop? Are people still using Photoshop these days? I'm so out of the loop. I've been in Procreate hell for so long. Ah, Photoshop. Yeah. Ah, totally get it though. Photoshop was technically what I started out with for art, from the very beginning in big art school and all that stuff. So that totally makes sense. And yeah, comics is it's also pretty crazy. The story stuff for comics, I feel you. It's so much. There's a lot going on. Do I like Procreate? That's a fantastic question. A few. Oh, I guess it was more like last week. But I accidentally deleted all of the visual development I've ever done for my comic. Um, in Procreate, so I have a a tenuous relationship with it. It's okay. It's I didn't have any I had like screen grabs and stuff of some of the more important bits, but out of all of the things that could have gotten deleted, I'm very thankful it was that because that's sort of the work that I'd been wanting to redo the most. So I'm not too busted up about it. But it is one of those things where as much as I love certain aspects about Procreate and it being very lightweight and usually it's just like for me, I like stuff without as many frills and attachments and was telling Soups where Clip Studio's still pretty overwhelming when I pop it open sometimes. Um, it has the cons of being such a gesture touch based, like all of this wonderful stuff where it can not function super well or do things such as allow me to delete all of that stuff without realizing I had it selected. So it's bummers for some parts, but other parts I like that it manages things pretty well, and also it's very portable. I love having an iPad and just being able to like go to the library with a few of my friends and we can hang out and have a little work session on whatever projects we're doing, um, without having to bring like a giant Cintiq and a whole laptop kind of a thing. Yeah, no, for sure. The portability is very good trade off. But yeah, it is. I so many of the same things of yeah, friends popping into Procreate and being like, "What the hell is all of this?" And I was like that for at least a good 2 or 3 years before I got really used to it. And a lot of my comic stuff as well is uh, getting all of the page things and the CMYK for if I do physical printing and all of those things was definitely easy, but also required a lot more thought, I think, in using Procreate. Whereas like Clip Studio would have been really overwhelming, but it probably would have been a little bit easier. Hmm. Yeah. Well, cool. Glad to hear. And yeah, that's my thing with Adobe, because I'm like, I feel like most people started migrating away, but I know it's still like an industry standard too, so it's probably going to be around for a while. Hmm. I want this to be a little less. How do I rotate this soda can? There we go. Why am I breaking this foot? What's happening here? What am I doing? Hmm. I will admit, I do miss having a big Cintiq though. Oh. Oh, that's totally fair. Yeah, the AI stuff is absolute garbo. I feel you 100% on that. It is good that you have it that's pretty much paid for though. That's awesome. I love when you can get the stuff without having to foot the bill for the subscriptions on that stuff for sure. No, that's fair. I will say too, I feel like Photoshop's interface, I'm very big on interface. It does feel a little less intense than Clip Studio Paint. Yeah, Adobe so much. It's insane. It's kind of crazy how much. That's the similar reason I went with Procreate too, is part portability, and then yeah, the one-time payment is the allure was too strong. And I mean, same with Clip Studio Paint. I have the desktop license, but yeah, it's for all the stuff that they're doing. It's like, what on earth? Absolutely wild. Yeah, it's good I love that you have it through your dad's work. That's sick. I love when that stuff happens, where it's like, yes, I can do this now. Yeah, digital painting for sure. And yeah, big agree on the Clip Studio. It can be a lot more. I don't feel it's as intuitive as it can be in Photoshop for doing digital painting stuff. Do I like this pose? Not particularly. Am I gonna keep fiddling with it for a little bit longer? Yeah, probably. Ugh. Oh, I think the one of the other things too is the um at least with Procreate, I'm using a small handheld controller for the hotkeys. I'm not that was my biggest gripe, but also the thing where I was like, I can fix her. Like I got to Procreate and I was like, I can fix this of getting like a hotkey controller, so that way I can toggle between like pressing all of these menus without actually having to click anything, of being able to just do stuff by having it in hand. Hitting undo and redo with a little remote in my hand is so satisfying compared to having to go and hit all of these little buttons. And ugh, that was my one of the things where it's like, especially with Procreate, the gesture based, or like the need for it to be functional with gestures, did drive me insane for a little bit until I figured out how to use it with a controller. I think like medical students like they were like, yeah, you just get these little video game controllers that are mini versions of a handheld console controller, and you just they use that for like taking notes or doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And I was like, thank you, medical students. Oh yeah, 5 to 6 years old. It's some of those like can last. They're built like tanks. So like I've met people who have like a Cintiq that's like 10 years old, and I'm like, how is this still kicking? That's crazy. But yeah, hotkeys, it can be absolutely a nightmare. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's oh, maybe someday I'll do like a little tutorial of how I set all of that up, but far off in the future. I think there's probably a few guides around there too. Lord knows I did not figure that out for myself. I thank the medical students who posted videos on how to make Apple products and iPads more intuitive for note taking. But I would say too, it's like if you're already used to doing like Photoshop and Cintiqs and like those kind of things, it's way better to have um, hotkey controllers set up for that. Oh my gosh, yeah. Wacom is expensive, but yeah, they're literal tanks. It's so crazy to hear them surviving. I do miss a good Cintiq. There is moments where I sit and I'm at my little desk and I'm like, dang, it would be nice to live that dream. Actually, hmm, how how do I want this to work? Yeah, for sure. I know with my had a screen protector, excuse me, for this iPad, and I it's supposed to be one where it feels like a paper texture, and I've used it just to the point where there's no paper texture anymore. It's just like a regular screen protector. And I'm like, oh man, like you can still feel a little bit of like the paper thing in the corner, but I'm like, the amount of work that we do on drawing tablets, I'm sure is just like there are moments where I like press a little too hard on my screen and I'm like, I need to be gentle. I need to be so careful because I think I've had this iPad since, oh gosh, I think it was 2021 when I first got this. Um, and it's, oh gosh, I don't even know the screen size. It's one of the bigger ones. At least enough to where it's comfortable to draw on. That was the other thing too. Where I was like, I cannot function if it's a super tiny iPad. Um, yeah, at least this is the one thing where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not going to hold up nearly as well as this Antique probably would. I have to be so gentle. Uh, I'm still not digging this foot. I'll chuck it for now, or maybe I'll just save it for later. Hmm, might be this guy too. Now I'm just gonna fiddle with things until I feel right. Oh, and they definitely do not feel right. Oh yeah, people who draw on their phones, absolutely bonkers. Those people deserve like medals. I can't. That's so powerful. They're so. Oh, I love it so much. But then I'm like, I sit there and I'm like, you are so much more powerful than I could ever imagine. It's the thing of just like, I look at them and I'm like, you can harness the power of cell phone in a way that I never could. Absolutely crazy. I think there was a time where I tried it out in like a little bit at the end of high school and I was like this is my worst nightmare. But granted that was ages ago and so I don't think there was nearly as many things of like phones weren't I don't think super good at that point or like having a cell phone. Like there were smartphones. I promise I'm not I went to school. When was the end of high school? 2017? Yeah. Um Nothing too crazy, but I do think phones are a little bit better, and you get a little bit more surface area for certain. I like if you can have Procreate on an iPhone, I guess. Oh my God, but you just can't use the little. I don't have. I have the weirdest setups of stuff known to man. Of like, I have a Windows PC, Apple iOS for drawing tablet stuff, and then I have an Android cell phone. But I'm sitting here wondering if you can put your Apple Pencil on an Apple phone and have it work. Maybe that's a silly question. Maybe that's totally normal thing. But I'm sitting here and that kind of boggles my brain. I feel like it only works for tablets. Yeah, Clip Studio too. Yeah, no, my phone I don't think would be able to handle Clip Studio at all. I know they have one for iPad, and I've been encouraged to check it out. But it's also that thing too where I'm so surprised that they have no subscription for PC for Clip Studio Paint, but if you do Android tablet or Apple tablets, the subscription is there. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. Oh, forgot the foot's not in there. I see what's going on now. Yeah, it's definitely wild to think about how certain things, some things are better, some things are worse, and some things work the way that I think people hope they would by having like Apple tablets or Android tablets and stuff for art. Yeah, subscription stuff. I'm like, come on, go back to the days where you just buy a program once and have it be chill. Hmm. I'm still not sold on this pose. His shoulders need to come down. This guy's got to chill. Oh my gosh, it's nearly been an hour. Absolutely wild. I didn't realize in creating this little PNG tuber, I guess, it that I made the eyes looking up at the camera. That is actually, or the clock, my little countdown thing. I didn't, that was not intentional, but now when I see it, it makes me laugh because it feels like I'm just nervously checking the time when I speak. I promise I'm not, but I'm genuinely surprised to see that there's almost been an hour that's passed, which is rad. How often do you stream, Lunamoss? Hopefully I can try and dip into a bit more streams these days. I'm trying to get off of YouTube sort of as some stuff like their AI stuff is going on. So I'm like, maybe I'll just go straight to the source instead of relying on VODs and things. Wednesdays and Saturdays. Ooh, Eastern time. Okay, good to know. 10 a.m. Eastern. Gotcha. Okay, wait. Oh, it's pretty late for you then, huh? If you're Eastern time, you're about 3 hours ahead of me? Dang, it's night. Not night, but you know what I mean. Hell yeah. Hopefully I can drop in. I'd love to come and hang. That's my thing is I'm trying to have more stuff of when I'm working as well, being able to go and hang out with folks as they're doing art. Oh yeah, I am currently in the Pacific Northwest, so hello and farewell. Not farewell, but glad you were here. Sad you're no longer here. Hope you're enjoying the East Coast. Yay, yeah, I'll definitely try and hop in. And thank you for stopping by again. It's so cool. I'm very happy. It's always nice to see people drop in. Oh yeah, 100%. Geology's really cool though, I will say. That's fun. Pardon this, but it must have rocked. It is 100% feeling the trying to do art full time though. I did technically go to art school and animation school, and so not quite trying to switch into trying to do illustration work full time instead of animation work full time. It rocked. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you have an emoji of I love rocks. Dude, that's sick. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for this. I'll cherish that emoji always. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. But yeah, I definitely love being out here and doing art full time is we're figuring it out, but yeah, it's cool to hear you're in the Pacific Northwest. Oh God, why did I break his wrist? Oh no. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Definitely go get some rest, enjoy that rest period, and I'll try and drop in on one of your streams. Have a good night, Luna Moss. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye. Oh no, now I have to actually concentrate on the fact that I can't draw thumbs. I can't, they're just a struggle. Oh gosh, I just don't want to draw hands. I think that's the conclusion I'm coming to. Oh, I'm happier with this than I was before. I should probably take a break on it before I start wrecking everything. Let me see. I'll just temporarily slide it over there for now. Yeah. Hmm. Well, what do I want to do? Oh wait, I should check really quick. Hmm. Okay. I think that's fine. Hmm. Guess I want to switch to like a red. There we go. Ugh. How could this happen? Perfect. Now I'm back in it. There's been a version of this sketch I've been meaning to do forever involving the Blorbos. Let's see if I can't rough it out really quick. Oh my gosh. I have to restrain myself from giving all of my characters giant craniums. It's a chronic issue I've never fixed since art school. Figure drawing teachers fear me and my anatomically incorrect giant head characters. I'm learning and growing though. I'm moving past it. Soon everything will be proportioned like a reasonable human skeleton should be. If you're still hanging around, Soups, I hope you're doing okay. I have a feeling you're probably just drawing though, which is rad and exactly what I hope for in this stream. What are you sorry for, Soups? You're good. Don't even worry about it. Totally chill. I figured either you were chilling drawing or probably eating. It's also late for you, so also if you need to bounce, please do if you're getting tired. Let's see if I can't beep up some of the energy of this. No, don't be strong. Be weak. Go to bed. You're totally chill. There's a whole hour you could be sleeping. You don't have to be strong. I appreciate it though. That's very kind of you. You can go chill. Go rest. I'm just hanging. Oh gosh, now I've made this person way too jacked. I don't know. They're too powerful. More. No, what do you mean more muscles? You crazy. But also, you're not wrong. There needs to be a certain level of jackness to this that, in order to pull this up. I think I'm. The hard part is it's gonna be a little bit away. All the perspective. I will say I can't stop thinking about the Knights of Guinevere trailer now that I've seen it. Even though it's not really like I'm very much not a connoisseur of body horror content. It's I very much of a threshold, but I'm so curious about the story. They've got their hooks in me with the story. I really want to know. So wait, it's probably needs to go. Oh God. Oh no, that's broken. That's so busted. Hmm. Yeah, the animation does look super sick. I'm very excited on that front. Horrifying, but great. And body horror and horror stuff in general may not be entirely my cup of tea, but for all those who love it and enjoy it, I think it's going to be an absolute banger. Hmm. Okay, now to see if this is actually going to work. Oh, thank you so much, Soups and Stars. Yeah, definitely go get some rest. And talk to you later. Go chill. Have a good night. Bye. Hmm. Oh gosh, scale and proportion. This is the part I'm just gonna agonize over for forever, so. Now everyone's gonna know that I can't draw proportionally. That's okay. I just need to figure out how to get this guy sitting on his arm. Hmm. Maybe, I guess this would be. Oh, needs to have something. Be a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. Where do legs exist in space? I would love to know. Oh God, wait, oh God. I didn't realize that someone had joined. Hello. Actually, wait. How do you want me? Do you want me to pronounce this phonetically or just their regular name? How do I address you? Okay, I will not address anything. Good to see you though. Hello. Or good to chat with you. Welcome to the stream. Wait, it's really late for you too. Oh my gosh, why aren't you in bed? Oh, thanks for the hearts. Good to chat with you. Glad you're here. You're 100. That was what I was thinking of. Is now all of China knows you're here. It's 100% what I was thinking of. Yeah, I hope you're feeling all right. Keeping on is good. I'm glad you're here. This was the only thing that I was working on for the past hour. Was this stupid thing right here and my inability to draw feet. Now I'm pivoting to other things that I can't draw, which is bodies in proportional space. But it's been good. I guess this needs to be a little more hunched. How do I do that? I feel like a lot of the live streams that I'm gonna do this month is just gonna be me being like, how, out loud to myself. Same here. It's one of my fave things about these guys being goofy, proportionally size difference, all that jazz. Also, 1 second, my headphones are giving me so much trouble right now. I have to change things. Oh no, and I have a doggo who's awake now. I'm sorry, doggo. I cannot help you at the moment. Oh yeah, thank you so much. I'm also pleasantly surprised that everything for the stream seems to be going okay. Oh, I didn't really get to, I can show my little transitions if you want, or at least just one of them. Look at this. Check this out. Oh my gosh. It says I'm gonna be right back. And here I am. I'm back again. Oh, it deletes the chat though. That's good to know. Or at least the display chat vanishes. Okay, so it refreshes that. I did not know it would do that. Wow. Absolutely bonkers. Well, that's disconcerting. I probably need to figure out how to fix that, because it'd be cool to have a running log of the chat. Or just not ever leave the stream, which is not gonna happen, so I'll fix that. Yeah, definitely the more you know. Oh my gosh, how have you been though? We're talking about all kinds of things, but mostly just that art programs or different. Actually, wait, can you see the chat? I don't know how any of this streaming stuff works. I'm boomer level when it comes to Twitch right now. Can you scroll up and see all of the chat, or is it only when you join? No, you can't. Oh, you can't see the previous chat. And I, like a fool, also just cleared the display chat. What have I done? Only when I join. Okay. Well, I think this is going to be recorded. I believe Twitch is going to store it. I'm hoping. If Twitch doesn't store it, then c'est la vie. First stream stuff, all that fun things. But we're talking about uh, horror stuff. We're talking about industry standard art stuff. Yeah, no, thank you. This is perfect because now I'm very aware, and also I now know that I can play certain music in the background. I was very nervous about playing audio for this because I didn't want to get permabanned or something. I don't know how any of that works. I have anxiety. But yeah, have you been? What you up to? Yeah, sadly, no music right now. I was too scared that Twitch would take my stuff down or do copyright claims if I tried to play like background video game music. But someone popped in and Luna Moths. I'll have to go check out their streams later. But um, they let me know very kindly that there's definitely audio sources that I can pull from and play in the background. So next stream, that'll be, it won't be silent. It'll be much more lively. I could also see how having a quiet stream would be not as fun. It's kind of one of those bring your own music situations though, where maybe it'd be fun for people to have their own tunes to listen to, but something to think about in the future. I will calculate it as I go. Yeah, I think sound would be good. I was thinking about that earlier too. If I was gonna do animation cleanup on a live stream, because I do have some things animating that I want to do to fix up. Where I'm like, I definitely don't want to be scrubbing through audio, and I think thankfully the audio won't play through my iPad because that would be insane. I probably should test that at some point. I don't think it'll come through based on how OBS is set up. But also, I need to listen to the audio for scrubbing, and I don't know how I'll achieve that. I might just have to wear two sets of headphones, like an absolute goofball. Have inner earbuds and big old stream headphones and live that life, which would be arguably hysterical and also really difficult. But we'll see. All those bridges that I can cross when I get there. I'm excited to add music though. I think that'd be very good. I was noticing. I thought you were just going for a new style. I wasn't gonna say anything about the capitalization, but that's fun. Yeah, I think my audio is like everything comes a little bit at a delay as well. So maybe it is worth getting an Ethernet cable at some point. Yeah, it's true. There's always going to be a certain level of delay when it comes to broadcasting literally anything. Oh my gosh. I'm still thinking about how late it is for you, though. Definitely don't stay up on my account, especially if you're getting tired. Oh god, I'm not used to doing this much talking either. My voice is already hoarse. Yeah. The horse emojis. Thank you. That's beautiful. Love to see it in the chat. Run free, little emoji horse. Run free. Oh god. This guy has a functioning body. Therefore, I need to draw abdominal cavities. That's my little song about thinking about how bodies work. I feel like I'm never gonna be able to unthink about proportional body stuff. Draw teeth cavities. Wait, you went to the gym. You lifted a whole 5 pounds. Dude, that's amazing. Congrats. Cavities. It is a cross-eyed. Yes, indeed. Body cavities is truly the burden I must carry. That's great though. I'm glad to hear that. I know you've been really has the stare test? Have you passed the stare test? Not yet. That's okay. You're gonna get there. Hopefully that IV root beer is gonna really help. I truly cannot think of it as not soda. Low iron girlies. Ah, I'd give you all the iron if I could. How do I give my iron to someone who needs the iron more than me? Oh, $3. That's not bad at all. It's great you're doing weightlifting. I need to exercise more. I'm getting to eat some beets. Oh my gosh, you had some sick beets? That's great. Well, I'm sure they were perfectly healthy beets, but that sounds very healthy. I need to eat vegetables. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay. You grab those veggies, and I'm gonna run over here, and you pass the veggies to me, and then I'll pass you this tablet, and we'll trade. You're so proud of me. What for? What do you mean? I'm proud of you. You lifted weights, and you're practicing making sure your body's healthy. That's amazing. I'm proud of you too, my guy. And yes, truly, because you did work out today. If you need to head out. Oh, heart's crying face. Oh, though. Oh, well now I'm all emotional. This is the part where I wish my PNG tuber had an emotional setting that I could switch to. Someday I'll make one. It was truly so easy to get it set up. It was just making the art itself was kind of a pain, but I will do that someday. Oh, but thank you. I appreciate it. I'm proud of you too. I'm so proud. I miss you. We gotta hang out soon. I have a good base to build on. Yeah, for sure. And I do have a base to build. That's fair. I think I drew this torso way too big. This is a level of beef I can't really condone. I'm sorry, I gotta debeef the boy. It's gotta be a little less beefy. Many people will disagree with the fact of debeefing, but it must be done. We reached harmful levels of beef, you know? It's too much. There is a point when it's too much beef. Can't be all beef. Not for these boys. Beef is good though. That is making me hungry. I will have dinner after this. Wait, did you eat the beets as I should have asked this earlier. Did you eat the beets as part of a balanced meal or did you just straight up eat some beets? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, heading to bed. Yes. Go get some sleep. Oh, and oranges. Okay, cool. And cheese. Okay, that's I'm I'm intrigued, but definitely Okay, that's fair. You could definitely call that a salad. But go get to bed. Thanks for stopping in and chatting. You weren't distracting. I appreciate having you here. I miss you, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Good night. Get some sleep. Good night. Miss ya. Catch some Z's. Hmm. I think these can't sit like this anymore. They're gonna have to be more forward facing. Also realizing I'm drawing this like sketch of the day, kind of, I think, in my mind. It's kind of like holding up a big fish. Ah, well. I can figure this out. And the little airplane ears. Oh man, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight too. Thankfully, it won't be anything complicated. Maybe I could just make a pizza. That'd be rad. Hmm. Let me see. This torso's here. I can thin this out a little bit. Ooh. Now it's a quiet room. Just actually kind of fun in its own way, I think. I guess I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna post these on YouTube as just like little VOD things that people can watch later, in what capacity that these are gonna be around. I don't know. That'll be fun for me to figure out later. Tonight I'm just kind of jiving. I really hope Twitch is saving these though. I switched on the settings. That should be correct, but it'd be a huge bummer if not. Then maybe I can actually throw some music on in the background as well. Let's see. I think I need to give this arm some more bandwidth. Or I could do, what do I think? Let's bring arms forward. I think that'd be better. Oh, the doggo's awake. That's okay. He will survive. Also because he already ate dinner. Oh my god, what have I done? Does that feel better? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Who cares? Oh, wait, I need it to be... It's not really resting on anything. This is missing some oomph. This is a little too stiff. I need it to be a little bit more silly. Let's see if we can't do some post-correction of making this feel even more like those weird pictures that guys take when they catch fish. I don't know why I can't stop thinking about that while drawing this, but it does give off that vibe. This is the goofiest thing ever, but I'm here for it. If I can't draw the Blurbos silly, then what's the point? It's gotta be a little bit dorky. Because they are massive dorks, and that's okay. Mm. Mm. Actually, I don't think I want it to be more excited. There we go. Easy ways to make characters more excited. Make their eyes look like they're absolutely scared, like deer in headlights. But then happy breaths. Probably my favorite like default expressions to draw is like wide eyed but like happy. Oh, what? Okay. Man, this procreate sensitivity is really, I think, starting to drive me a little insane. I think that's why I don't even want to bother getting like a Clip Studio Paint subscription. Because I'm like, if the touch sensitivity is really that bad for certain parts of it, then why try and put rigmarole of Clip Studio Paint into my process of also having the hotkeys and gesture controls being really strange? Maybe it's better. Maybe I shouldn't knock until I try it. Maybe someday. I'm still so bummed that I can't get the little navigator to work. It's so sad. Yeah, it's still sitting this way, and I can't rotate it in menu. Boo. Totally lame. Ah, well, 'tis what it is. Oh my gosh, this is giving sports team which is silly, but no. There we go. Just a little bit more of the rounder irises. Ooh, I actually should drink water. Oh my god. 30 minutes left and I haven't drank a single water. I guess I'm gonna find out later when I play this back if you could hear me drinking water. It's a quiet room though, so I don't think it's not too worried that I just gave someone ick. Let's do more excited. There we go. Oh, he's bald. I gotta fix that. I always do this where I leave characters bald, and it's a nightmare. Some characters are bald, and that's great. These guys, I leave them bald all the time. It would save me so much energy to leave them bald, but alas, I gave them hair and also complicated hair when I designed them, which is that's on me. I gotta deal with that forever now. I do enjoy drawing hair though. I like drawing like super curly, crazy hair. I do think that's the main character needed to have crazy curly hair because I love drawing it, but it takes so much time. Oh god, what happened? Oh, I think it's just too small. Yeah. I'm sorry, Cassandra. I gave you a giant forehead, and that's we're both gonna have to live with that forever now, as well. Except when I make you look like Jimmy Neutron, in which case I need to fix it ASAP. Ugh. That's bad. How do I? I love zooming out, and looking at something, and being like, This is not what I anticipated. It's almost like somehow it's worse. I do really wish I could play, like, I would love to just play, like, a video game soundtrack or, like, fantasy soundtrack music. That'd be so fun and chill. But alas, copyright exists for a reason. It's important. Does it make me sad sometimes, though, that I can't play cool jams? Very much so. Why does it still feel? It's just so floofy. I gotta squish this hair down. Well, now he has no forehead. This is problematic. Well, the forehead's here. Proportionally, something in here is making me Question. Question how correct this feels. It is a sketch, though. I don't need to be treating it like a full-on finished thing. It's all for funsies. I gotta be remembering that. Oh, his little hair things. I also forgot. That probably would help me feel better about it. His little hair loopies. I proceed not to do the hair loopies. Okay, I gotta lock in. Oh my god. Something about this. There we go. This needs to end, yeah, around the head. Me and all my tangents. Oh no. I'm also now I'm really this is reminding me of in Avatar: The Last Airbender when Aang is doing his like little marble trick. He's airbending those marbles and he looks like absolutely the picture of showmanship. That's like his expression. That's the kind of vibe that now I'm honing in on. Still just guy just being goofy. I mean, Aang is definitely one of the character expressions for Cassander. He's just a goofy guy. He's ultra psyched all the time. Actually, I think I'm gonna give him like a some sort of workout outfit. A ye old workout outfit. I don't know. I swear I draw characters with clothing. He's supposed to have some sort of shirt on right now. Definitely has pants. It's now I'm wondering. Maybe I shouldn't have. His having the arms forward for this makes it look so silly. There's not really a lot of spots to. I guess he could have maybe one arm resting on shoulder and one arm. Oh no, that's even goofier. What have I done? Let's see. Maybe. Hmm. Because he has a torso, he has a body. He definitely shouldn't be sitting like he's about to have a very important interview at a business office. We can change it. Looking for trying to balance, maybe. Oh, wait, I made that way too big. Well, you do be having big ears. Let me see. Maybe just perspective-wise, I need to tweak things a little bit. Ever since I mentioned Delicious in Dungeon earlier, now I'm like really hungry. What have I done? Hmm. I need him to look nervous, but only a little. Or maybe just surprised. Surprised might be better. This is the bane of my existence when drawing Rek is giving him a mouth that feels that feels it accurately conveys the expressions that I'm trying to make for him. The urge to just give like a cat mouth half the time is very strong, but I usually avoid it. Just because his face isn't entirely structured like that. Like his mouth specifically his mouth shape isn't too cat-like. He does have fangs, but not doesn't always feel like the best fit to give cat mouth. Where it's just like, yeah, nah, it doesn't quite work for him. Or at least wouldn't when I'm trying to build an expression. Doesn't read the way that I want to give him a little cat mouth. Building out the structure of a face. Remembering that characters have cheekbones. Oh god. And I was so worried about like the stream being kind of scary or breaking down or like having bad connection or like things being busted. And some things are, and it's mostly Procreate's fault. And that I'm not surprised by. But general streaming, I'm really surprised that it hasn't been. I've given many opportunities of jinxing it, and it's been not too bad. I think in my own way too. I'm kind of looking forward to, as long as Twitch is recording this, which we're gonna hope. I'm gonna cross my fingers, but it'll be kind of cool to go back and watch aspects of this just to see what it was like. I never really pictured myself as doing streaming, but I think it would be kind of fun. And it is fun as of now. As soon as I can fix a few things with Procreate, I definitely want to make some adjustments to workflow things and to the chat. I'm so bummed that the chat clears if I switch between screens. Makes sense, but it's also like, what a bummer. I was really hoping this chat would work. Mostly because I wanted to keep things really simple and really bare bones. But that's okay. I can figure it out. And I can make things better. Getting music is priority numero uno, for sure. Definitely need to get music. His mouth is usually really close to his nose. I think I just need to be a little bit more. Well, now it feels a little too thin. He's not scared. I think he's mostly nervous and embarrassed. I need to update his expression sheet while I'm doing the VizDev fixes as well. It's nice to have a clean slate. I am excited to go back and redo those. I was working a little bit on the bodies earlier today, just doing their standard poses and stuff. So that way I could do body turnarounds for costuming and things like that. And it does feel so much better than what I had previously. 'Cause admittedly, those VizDev pieces were pretty old. I think one of them still actually had the Proto Cassander design, which is tragic because he had even stranger hair than he does now. I like his current hair. It's gonna continue to change. It's definitely this is his starter, like a character starter hair, if anything. If you were in a video game, it's basic hair, and it's gonna grow. And I'm very hyped for that. It's gonna take a while, so I gotta do more comic page stuff. Hopefully the next stream will be actually working on line art and doing those things, and I'll have figured out why Procreate's reference window isn't behaving the way that I thought it would. I wonder if it has to do with sometimes when you crop and change those things around, it gets really messy and it doesn't behave the way you'd anticipate it when using tools and stuff, which is a pain. Admittedly, another big L for Procreate, but that's not it. It's got to be this lower lid that's feeling weird. Where's the pupil position? Something about this feeling weird. All of my art fixes is always me rummaging around in the dark trying to see what the heck this thing looks like. If I change just minor things, seeing if that's what's making my brain tell me that it's looking weird. That's all art though. I think I'm also losing the fact that his head is a little bit angled downward. It needs to be in the top of this guy's head. So maybe I can make the mouth a little bit smaller. I'm always guilty too of trying to do these mouths. The sort of guilty but also trying not to be guilty face. Nah. I guess it looks more like the Nike checkmark than anything. Making these lines too dark just makes him look super tired. Which also isn't quite what I'm going for. What is it about this that's making... Oh, whoa. There we go. A little better. It's something. Hmm. I'm gonna have to do the good flip test on this because this is driving me nuts. Okay, okay. There's a lot in here. Yeah, that feels better. Maybe it's pupil down here is a little bit too. Maybe give it a little bit more a diamond shape, just so it's not feeling overly round. Now if I flip it, whoa. Okay, don't. The gesture controls, once again on this program, make me nervous. Maybe more of a pursed lip? Can I actually do that with... How does that feel for this guy? It's a sketch. Shouldn't be too crazy. I will say it's strange that I'm actually feel very chill. This is very quiet and very soothing. It is kind of nice that it forces me to sit down and work, because normally at night I start to peter out and I get pretty tired. And drawing becomes one of those things where it's like, I'll start again strong in the morning. But there's certain things where I'd like to work on them a little bit longer, and giving myself something that like physically holds me to the spot and is like, no, you have to sit here for 2 hours and finish that thing you were working on earlier, or at least put a little more time into it. It's pretty nice. Because I don't know if I'll do sketching next stream or not. Maybe it'll just be comic page work, which I think could be fun. Probably would be kind of boring, but that's okay. There we go. This is a lot closer to the expression I wanted it to be. Then we can start adding in. It probably feels weird out too, because he doesn't have his glasses, which those will be around as soon as I figure out his curls. Always gotta try and get them as crescent-like as possible. If it's not the shape of a croissant, I'm not doing it right. Oh, I gotta stop talking about food. I'm so hungry. Dinner is gonna be amazing just because I'll be eating food, and that in itself is true joy. Might go for something kind of brothy though. Feels kind of like a soup night, even though it's September and it's still very hot where I live. It's never too late for soup. Actually, I think his hair just kind of comes. Yeah, that feels approximately correct. I think a nice way about doing streams too is that I'm really bad about showing unfinished, what feels like unfinished work to me. I'm very bad about showing sketchy stuff. I get so in my head about that kind of thing, about it looking unfinished. Even though I find my sketch work personally more appealing. I love looking at my sketches and being like, yeah, because I think it's that moment of like you're sitting there and your brain can kind of make up all the things that you want it to look like, because you still have sketch lines. Like there's still a lot of open possibility for what it could look like in the end, or you're just left to interpret things more. And I love that because then my brain is like, yeah, look at that. It's so sketchy and loose, and this could look amazing. And then I go and I finish it and I'm like, oh no, the magic's gone. It's lost. It suddenly feels way too strange, and it looks like committing to certain lines. I'm like, oh no, I wanted it to look different. And then you have to sit and fiddle with it for so long. That's the hard part. I feel like I would enjoy looking at my own work if I left them sketchier, but I also get really shy and nervous about leaving work that looks a little more unfinished than other things. So I definitely want to step away from that mindset while doing live streaming because then people get to see me do rough work live and the process that goes into me drawing bodies a bajillion times and seemingly still not learning how proportions work. I am learning. I'm getting there. I'm so much happier with how my proportions have been, especially even just the difference from last year to now when I'd first started working on this project last summer. My drawing skills were very rusty because I had just been animating for so long. Well, kind of. It's a long story. Not one I'll get into when I only have 8 minutes left on a stream. I wonder too if that's the thing of like playing this audio back. My normal volume level, I'm not a super loud person, but I still have that worry that I've set the audio a little bit too high. And I'll definitely have to fiddle with that more when I do audio in the stream next time. Getting the perfect audio balance is my next quest. Got old DS soundtracks. Gosh, I love those as well. That was mentioned earlier, and now I also can't stop thinking about putting on some old, like the DS, Nintendo eShop. So good. They've got some really good tracks in there. I just love a good video game soundtrack. If I could just play Stardew Valley music in the background for this, that would also be absolutely fantastic. Never gonna happen, probably, but unless I play the game, in which case, then that'll be easy, but not yet. I don't know if I want to be a hardcore gamer. I just want to draw for a while. Whoa. There we go. I keep forgetting his face is not so round and ovular. Usually that's fixed by just scooching up the proportions just a little bit and taking some other stuff and cutting down the thicker lines. Let's see. I could afford to do shading on a different layer. I think that's a smarter move in case I want to change things. Almost the shape that I wanted. We're getting the essence of a sketch, and that's all that really matters. Yeah, no, there's still something up with this. What am I doing? What's happening here? Maybe it might be that I put his nose a little too low. No. That's okay. We're wrapping up for the night, so I'm not going to stress too hard on this. Wonder... I love me the distort tool in here though. I'll never get over that. That's a little better. I think it's the proportion of making his face a little too rounded out when it's supposed to be angled. There's something else in here that's strange, but could just be that I've been staring at this for too long. As the nature with most sketches. His goofy face. I love it. I think it needs to be a little bit, yeah, more sheepish. Maybe just a little bit thinner. Mm. Oh wow. My first spam. Incredible. I'm good on the viewers. Absolutely wild though. Didn't Twitch just do a whole thing where they started clearing out a bunch of those bots? How do I convey with a mouth that this is discomfort? Nah, that's okay. It's so funny. It's wild that there's a lol bot comment in there. Wild indeed. Alright, definitely time to start winding down. It's only about, let's see, 45 seconds left. It was a quiet stream though, honestly. I'm still so... How do I get this to work? I don't know. I'll find a way, especially before I do comic pages, because I think it would be nice to have that actually function normally. Ugh, fun stuff. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's time to start wrapping up for the night. It's crazy that that was 2 hours, but hey, it works out. Alrighty. Thanks so much for the people who did come, and since it's a hopefully recorded, hopefully this is something that I can play back later. Appreciate everyone who did swing by. It was very chill. And next time there's gonna be music, so I'm gonna head out. See you guys later. Bye.